Hey, this is Giri Sabari. I'm giving a quick demo about Salesforce Admin, Apex, Flow, and LWC. Um, we are uh, creating a simple scenario, and we are going to showcase all this component, how it work together. And right now we are going into a lead object, and we're going to show you how we created custom fields under lead object and how we are configured it based on the requirement. The requirement is pretty simple. We're going to enter the phone number under the budget. See, under the budget underscore C is a custom value or custom field. We modified it as admin. You can modify it, and you see current generators underscore C means custom fields, right? And we have a day. All this are underscore C's are custom fields. We added it for demo purpose, a region and a timeline. All those we added it so that when we adding some value or entering some input, this validation happens. So here we are entering lead owner first name and last name and company information and the phone number. So we are not, this get formatted. So we're going to enter the 10 numbers, and it's not formatted in any way. So it should be US format. And we're going to enter the email ID. If it is a duplicate email ID, it will throw error. Right now, I'm entering a happy path, so it won't validate. In few minutes, I'll show you how it get validated. And again, if you look at this lead source, it's a custom. Lead health core is the custom, and region is the custom. And what kind of region we selected for region. In previous organization, one city we have a multiple region. So this is the lead owner, and we are entering all this in this lead form. Look at the number, look at the email, and look at the region. So based on this input, and the validation going to happen. So validate phone format. So that's the first validation. We are doing it. See, as soon as we saved it, look at the phone validation. The format is changed. So it's a US format. That's the requirement. And we are taking 10 numbers and then modifying it. Again, if you look at it, lead health score based on the lead status, it's getting updated. When you modify it, and yes, it's closed or qualified, then the course goes to 75. So this is the requirement, and a simple. So it throws the error. So not this one, the next one. So that's not a when you enter new one, it will throw a error. All right. So again, the company name, phone number, add the enter, save, source, region, west. Again, it's a demo purpose. So we're gonna add name, enter it, save it. So now it's when you saving a new lead, and the duplicate email ID is getting validated. So that's one. So now we are validating the duplicate email ID here, and the code is written in Apex, and we created a unit test also, so that when we are building Apex, we have to make sure all the edge cases are covered. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna open the Apex component. So the first one is code, second one is the test, and the class is the lead manager, and I'm duplicate, I'm checking it, format, phone format, I'm doing it. So there are two function I created, and I'll checking in a domain also, duplicate domain, all that. So once, yeah, that's a unit test, and I want to make sure it is tested properly. Without test, you do not want to deploy it. So I'm gonna run it, and then I'll show you how it is working in Apex. So that's a test run, right? And it executed properly. So the thumb rule is when you create a unit test, when you create Apex, create a unit test, make sure all the edge cases are covered. That's what this code is talking about. Now we're going to talk about flow, and because we just completed the admin as well as the Apex part of it, we did a unit test. Now we're going to go to the flow, how we configure the flow, and which is in a process automation based on the data you give or update, the user update, certain process automatically kicks in. So here the lead, it's qualified, right? That's the data, the user clicking it or entering it, and based on that data, there are some fields get populated, some information get updated. So process automation is part of it. So I'm going to open it, the whole flow. It's kind of fancy. It's not the big flow, but it's a good example where you can see how we implemented the flow, and we are showcasing our skill set. So the first part is admin, second part is Apex, now is flow, which is process automation. Based on that, certain decision happens, and we can create a pretty complex flow for based on the requirement. And the process automation does a lot of things, reduce a lot of manual hours, a lot of data getting updated. So that's what we are doing here. So this is another one example for a flow. So what we are doing it when we update the lead status, the health score get updated, and it's a simple thing, scenario, and when there is no updates on the leads, and that data, the field won't display. So that's how we set up this flow, or process automation I would call. And these are the setup. We didn't go in depth, but there are few fields we added it. This is a demo, so we do not want to go crazy on, on the demo project, but there are complex flow. We implemented it for our client, and we cannot show all this. So this is a simple flow for a demo purpose, right? And if we go back to the so this lead generation, and when you look at the details, yes, and there are some fields not there, and when you update this leads, fields get populated. So this lead is qualified, we are updating it. You see that budget is popping up, lead health course getting 75%, and the timeline is getting 6 months. All that gets all are custom fields which we added in our admin model, and we configured the flow. Now when you're modifying it, process automation or flow help us to add this information according to the business requirement. So this is another one more example how we can implement flow or process automation. So now we're gonna do lightning component, how we implemented it, and how it's gonna check whether this lead is valid or not. A simple UI validation, and it's the sample. See, that's a verified lead. Yes, so it interact with the third party API and it's verify the leads, and then it shows how it's the lead is good. So the quick action button to make sure the lead is verified and then it works, and it's a good lead, and the rep can work with them and get the details. So for Lightning web component, you have to go to VS Code, and we have to modify HTML, CSS, all that. It's not like any other project like a Node.js. Salesforce gives all the bells and whistles, and you have to create a JS file because your browser understands HTML and JavaScript. So that's what we are showing here, showing you the demo that hey, how we build LWC or Salesforce Lightning web component, and how we are integrated that web component with Salesforce, and how it's communicating with the third-party API. It's a dummy JSON API we are just validating, and for the demo purpose. So that's what we did. So that's a Lightning component. We are going there, and I'm telling you how. So that action we build it, and using VS Code, and we are pushing it here, and we are validating the UI form. So Apex is kind of Java flavor, deals with all the business logic, API side of it. You can write the unit test to test it. That's what I'm showing you here. And for HTML UI side, Salesforce offers Lightning web component. You have to use VS Code, and we have to use HTML, CS, JavaScript. Yeah, you can use the CSS, all that, but make it fancy. So that's what we did, and we integrated all the bells and whistles here. Yeah, this is a dashboard again. It gives you all the information, and based on the data we are input. So this is sample dashboard. We created it so that we can see the lead average time on each stage, all that. So it's just a simple dashboard so that we can modify according to business requirement.